His house was foreclosed. He sold everything he'd made from wrestling. He had IRS problems, and he was borrowing money just to buy Christmas presents for his kids. This wasn't a man down on his luck. This was a former 6-time WWE World Champion, 3 years removed from being one of the highest-paid performers in professional wrestling, completely broke and unable to get an audition.
Bad attitude. He's got a bad attitude, JR. Step down powerbomb. Yeah.
Then, one phone call from Marvel changed the trajectory of his entire life. And over the next decade, Dave Bautista turned $1.4 million into a $16 million net worth, the #1 spot on the Hollywood Reporter's greatest wrestler-turned-actor list of all time, above Dwayne Johnson, above John Cena. And a legacy built not on the biggest checks, but on the best roles. This is Dave Bautista'S Paycheck portfolio, and every number in it tells a story. If that arc hits different, hit subscribe before we get into Stage 1.
Stage 1. The Origin. Pre-1999. Bautista grew up poor in a rough neighborhood of Washington, D.C., where his family often struggled with poverty. His father left early. He dropped out of high school and was on his own by 17, working as a nightclub bouncer.
I was so broke one year that I couldn't afford to buy 2 Christmas presents, so I had to go.
He got a year's probation after a fight at the club left 2 patrons injured. At age 30, after having a breakdown from the shame he felt for having to ask a coworker to lend him money so he could buy Christmas presents for his children, he saw how lucrative a career in professional wrestling could be and decided to pursue it. As he told GQ UK directly, "I was so ashamed of myself that I said, I can't do this anymore. I gotta find something. I didn't know what the to do. I had no education. I had nothing to fall back on." WCW's trainer told him he'd never make it in wrestling. He signed with WWE anyway.
Stage 2, WWE 2002 to 2010. In 2004, Bautista's salary became $813,000 a year, one of the highest amounts for a pro wrestler at the time.
6'5", maybe 6'6". Bautista.
That climbed to around $1 million annually by 2010 per multiple industry sources, excluding pay-per-view bonuses and merchandise. He became a 6-time world champion and holds the record for the longest single world heavyweight championship reign at 282 days. Then he walked away for acting, and the money evaporated faster than anyone expected.
Stage 3. The lean years. 2010 to 2013. In his own words to IGN, "When I got the role of Drax in Guardians, I barely worked in 3 years. When I say broke, my house was foreclosed. I had nothing, man. I sold all my stuff. I sold everything that I made from when I was wrestling. I had issues with the IRS. Small roles in The Man with the Iron Fists and Riddick kept him afloat, barely. He was close to returning to WWE with nothing to show for the gamble. Then Marvel called." Stage 4. Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014 to 2015.
Drax is a warrior.
Dave Bautista earned $1.4 million for his first portrayal of Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy. The film grossed over $773 million worldwide. Modest by Marvel standards, but life-changing by every other measure.
Drax is a warrior.
In 2015 came Spectre, the James Bond film, where he played the wordless villain Mr. Hinks. His reported salary, $1 million per MeWow and multiple industry sources. Zero dialogue, one of the most memorable Bond henchmen in years. Stage 5. The MCU Escalation, 2017 to 2023. Batista earned $3 million for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and $4 million for Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame combined.
See, you just told everyone you're deep
Reacting a little bit.
You must be so embarrassed.
Outside Marvel, Dune in 2021 added an estimated $2 million to his net worth. Glass Onion in 2022 was viewed by 35 million Netflix households in its first week. Then Guardians Volume 3 in 2023, his farewell to Drax, the character that saved everything. Throughout his entire MCU run, Bautista earned between $15 and $20 million in total. The man who had his house foreclosed and borrowed money for Christmas presents had built a $16 million net worth, confirmed by Celebrity Net Worth.
Stage 6. The Crown. 2023 to present. The money is one story. The respect is another. John Cena publicly called Bautista the GOAT of wrestler-turned-actors, citing range and craft, not box office numbers. Then, in August 2025, The Hollywood Reporter published its definitive ranking of the best wrestlers-turned-actors of all time. Number 1, Dave Bautista, ranked just ahead of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who came in at number 2, though the report noted that Johnson is the most financially successful actor on the entire list. Foreclosed house, IRS problems, 3 years without an audition.
borrowing money for Christmas gifts after being one of the most famous wrestlers alive. Then, $1.4 million, $3 million, $15 to $20 million from Marvel alone, a $16 million net worth, number one on the definitive list, above The Rock. Dave Bautista didn't chase the biggest checks, he chased the best roles. And the best roles eventually wrote him the biggest check of all. That's not luck, that's discipline dressed up as ambition.